No, I washed my mask. It smells like Fabuloso.
Fabuloso?
Yeah, much better than the butt it used to smell like.
I feel better on this side.
Okay, you look better on this side.
What's going on, YouTube? Dorito.
And the Lucha Cabra here.
And today we got ourselves
Tao Motors new T-Force 125cc ATV, people.
Yep. And this is actually the graffiti edition.
The Eddie Van Halen edition, people.
Yes.
As you can see, you can own a piece of rock and roll history by purchasing this new ATV.
Yep. So we did create it already in that fashion that we did. You got the aluminum wheels.
It comes all blinged out, people.
Yep.
Look at this.
And it's got the 125cc engine now.
And this one comes with round wheels.
Well, for the most part. But also, too, it's got the back rack, it's got the front rack.
Back rack?
This is more of kind of like a hunter edition sort of one. It's not the sport one like the Cheetah, but
And it'll still run.
Yeah, it's the same.
And you can rock out on the trails while you're doing it.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing together, get the bottom off, get the tires on, and go through
Do
and
it to
explain
it.
how this thing goes
And
together.
today, people, we're even going to take this out on the trail for you, so stay tuned for some trail modding action.
Yep. That's the cool thing about being up here at Luch Mountain.
We've got trails galore, people.
Yep.
And these things will rip up the trails.
Yeah, they actually, as you guys seen, they do.
You've
pretty
seen
good.
before.
Yep.
You'll see again.
Yep. So let's get on with it.
Shall we? Let's do this. Oh, did we mention the aluminum exhaust?
Yes, we got the aluminum exhaust.
That's awesome, too. It sounds really cool.
Yeah, they really do. And it's the 125cc, 124 or 120.
It's got enough power for a guy like me.
Yep.
This one here, not so much.
It yanked me along, but it's not
made
as
for
strong
more
as
about like
something
me,
coming
smaller.
up that we'll be doing. All
We're
right?
going to do some more?
We're going to do some
I
more.
can't wait, Bill.
All right, so let's get this thing together. What are we going to do first, Lucci?
Well, let's see. I think first maybe we should
Get it up on the jack?
get it up on the jacks and air up the wheels.
Yep. So we're going to do that, and we'll be right back to you guys.
Rock on, people.
With every purchase of Tao Motor product, you get the greatest hit CD. Now available only with your purchase of Tao products. Buy now.
Okay, people. We've gone ahead and taken the liberty of putting the left side all together to save some time.
Yep.
We're going to show you on the right side, you can just double it for the other side.
Yep.
Huh? All right.
Yep.
So, what we're going to start out with first, people, is you got to put the plastic on here. Okay, so when you do that, you line all the bolts up. There's about 8 of them or so. And when you get those all lined up, then you just take your socket here and tighten them up very gingerly. Okay, you don't want to do like Chip do and go. I think it's tight. Okay.
They tighten up. So you want to do that all the way around. You got a total of 8
There are
bolts.
little rubber washers on there, and you just want to crush them just a little bit.
Yep. And once you get that tight, you're going to end up going over to your wheel, slide your wheel on. It's got a castle nut. You're going to bring it up to par, and then you're going to drop your Mr. Cotter pin in there. Get that done. Pinch it up. Pinch it up.
All right, there we have that. That's all tightened up now. See? And nothing was squished in the process.
Then once you do that, you're going to go ahead and get your cap on. Now, keep in mind you want to run, what was it, 10 pounds in these tires?
10 pounds running pressure, no more than 24 to seat.
24 pounds to seat. And they slide right on. You put your castle nut on, put your cotter pin on, your washer as well, and your lock nut.
Now, when you put your fronts together, people, you have a little square notch right here, and it has a little matching mate on the brake drum. So you got to slide it in there, remember, and put it right in there so they both match.
Yep.
But first, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to put on the tie rod end. So you put the tie rod end in, put your lock washer in, your castle nut on. Hey, get out of there. What are you doing up there?
Nothing.
You're doing something.
No, that's going to hurt.
It would too. That's not good. And then you tighten it up and put your Mr. Cotter pin. Now, people, once you got your tie rod end on and your front brake on, you can put your wheel assembly on, which comes equipped with your brake drum.
I need a mallet.
Once you get your wheel assembly on,
And as well, you get your hammer for your nautical star.
for your Munior, okay, you can then take your washers and your
Maybe that's the rough one.
castle nut. What are you doing over there?
I don't know, trying this
You're
out.
not supposed to have to hammer those on.
There we go, finally. Took a little tap in there. Pretty tap. Okay, and when Luch gets that one on,
Hey, get with me.
I'm going to go ahead and put on the front rack. Nice rack.
Right here.
Okay, people, we're back.
Once you get all this front assembly together, Now we can take it off the jackety jack.
Yep, and then we'll tighten up the front rack and the front bumper, and then Luch will start putting on the rear rack, and he'll explain that.
All right. Thank you, Craftsman. You've been involved.
Okay, so what you got is you got a total of 6 bolts up here. You got 2 that come bolted onto the shipping crate itself. Then you got 2 here, and you got 2 more here. All right. So
does that make sense to you people? That makes sense to me.
You want to use the longer bolts up on the very top of the rack to get that tightened up as well.
Okay, now your back rack comes in 2 pieces, people.
Back rack.
Back rack. It comes in 2 pieces. The support bolts onto the exhaust on this side, so you'll have to get your little clamps and your spacer, and you're gonna have to sandwich it all together, people.
Now that bolts on where the exhaust is, but it also bolts up to the frame as well.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's
so
not
everything
supported by
stays
the
sturdy.
exhaust.
So you put the long bolt through, and then you put the spacer in, like so.
Like such.
And then you put it all together through the mounting holes.
Can I get that impact there, guy?
And tighten it with a bolt. You'll have to come get it.
So you got 10 millimeter all the way down. And you want to snug those up to, what was it, 26 Lucci meters?
That's right. Always use your torque wrench.
Yes. Then we got on the other side, we got a 13 millimeter socket. And we'll get on that. You want to hand me the 10 millimeter wrench. Do you have that over there, sir?
It's in my pocket. Tell me how it smells.
Thank you very much. Not like your microphone.
That's Mr. Microphone to you. You got 2 of these brackets, people, to hold your exhaust together.
That is not a 10 millimeter.
You were never good with numbers.
No, that was not. There we go. Get those tightened down. And you want to switch over to the 13 millimeter for the bottom. What do you think of the color, Luch?
I think it looks like Eddie Van Halen's old guitar.
Salute, Eddie Van Halen. This Tao Motors for you. All right, people. So now that we got the front bumper tightened, I can go over there and help old Lucci there with the rest of his rack, Jack. Actually, I'll get the handlebars tightened down. He'll let me know when he needs my help. Here's your 10 millimeter guy if you need that. 10 millimeter wrench, you can put that back in your...
Let's put it down right there.
Special...
Oh, hang on, 3 hands?
5 in your special spot. So what we want to do is we want to gently tighten down the handlebars. Get those situated. We'll scoot them up a little bit, give Lucci plenty of room.
Little guy for a little bike. Okay, people, and then the top part of the rack will bolt on like such.
Yep. Then I'm going to go ahead and snug it up with the 10 millimeter socket and ratchet instead of the impact. You hear that?
That's your torque meter working properly.
Well, hold on to that, buddy.
We buddies?
Making sure your bars are okay. So we got our bars tightened down. We're back. We got the battery already setting in there. We're going to get ready to tighten up the rack.
We're going to tighten everything up. So why don't you hold it right like that, Chip? And I'll go ahead and tighten all this stuff up. And that'll hold your exhaust good and tight.
Now, what size bolt is that?
That is a 10 and 13. 10 millimeter socket and 13 millimeter wrench.
Just like that, your face is tightened down.
Hand me the 17 right there.
Now, it's a 17 millimeter, and what else?
13.
Millimeter.
13 socket, 17 wrench. Tighten it on down.
Makes your rack a little bit more sturdy. Right, Luch?
You got it. There we go.
All right.
Now look at that, huh?
Let's check it out here, see if it's Nope, gotta tighten it up a little bit more.
Well, you got 500 pounds on this thing. This is only meant for kids. But when you got a monster like Chip,
Yeah, you gotta make sure it's tight. Now let's see here. Yep. Dorito tested. And Luch approved. All right.
now we can go into a battery, people.
So we're gonna scoot this up a little bit because it keeps rolling back on us. And Luch is gonna connect the battery.
All right, you got to hunt
We're
down
gonna set
here
this parking brake here.
for your positive connection.
There we go. We're gonna leave this up to Luch now.
Come along, have some fun.
Shall we? Let's go ahead and go on over there. There you go, Lucci. How are we looking?
Great. Yeah. See, now you tighten your positive down.
Are you positive?
I'm positive that the positive should be tightened down. And then you can take your little sheath and cover it up. Look at that, people. Like it was meant to be. And then you take your little square nuts again. And drop them down there.
It's right over there.
We'll be right back. Oh, hey, we're back. I'm glad you could join us, people. Because we're hooking up the negative side now. Don't be negative, but we're hooking it up.
You positive?
And then you just screw this down, like so. Until it also is good and tight. While installing your sheath over the top.
And then after that, Luch will check the oil, make sure the oil's topped off, turn on the key and see if it turns over, and then we'll gas it up and see if it starts. Show them what you want, Luch. What you really, really want.
I want a Spice Girls reunion, is what I really, really want. If you want it too, comment below.
Alright, let's check the oil real quick. Now that we got it covered in plastic. Always on my knees.
Oh, yeah. It's about at the 3/4 mark, people, without screwing it down. So once you screw it down, we'll be good and full.
Yes, that's what you want to do when you want to make sure it's completely full and you want to check it accurately. You want to screw it all the way down.
Level surface, all the way screwed.
Yep.
All
And
right.
then you bring it back up.
We know there's oil in there.
Okay, so turn on the key and see if it turns over, Luch.
Okay, so what we need to do is turn on the key. Oh, we got power. I see the D. There's neutral. All right, let's see now.
Okay, so it
We
turns
got
over.
power.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get some gas in this thing, and we'll get right back to you.
Rock on. Look at people.
All right, people. So we got some gas in it, and I wanted to point out too on this bike, it's got an hour meter as well. It's got the gear indicator, and this does have a hand shifter as opposed to the foot
suicide
shifter.
shift, baby.
So it's easier for the kids to reach down and do it. So this is more of an entry level than the Cheetah.
12 and up.
Yeah, the Cheetah is a sport model. It's 12 and up.
There's more
The new
utility.
Cheetah, the new T-Force is more utility, and it's more of a learner. You got a hand shifter. You have all the other safety features, the electric start. You have the little tether as well too, in case they fall off, and you have the gear indicator as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get this thing started, and then I'll go ahead and take it up and down the street real quick, and we'll take it for a little ride before we end up taking it for a good test ride out in the dirt. All right?
Start it up.
So
Let's
let's do
hear
that.
what it sounds like.
Alrighty. Yeah, there you go. Just go ahead and let it idle.
Listen to that custom exhaust, people. That sounds mean.
It does sound real good, Brody. And even though the paint is a little...
Eddie Van Halen.
The sticker is a little pinkish red.
It's kind of 80s, people.
Yeah, I do really kind of like it. What do you think, Luch?
I'm going to rock this up and down the trail,
Yep.
people. I'm going to be going...
So I'm going to go ahead and take this up and down the street, and then we'll do an overall opinion of it
Get on and let's see.
before we get it on the trail. All right?
Let's watch. Hey, here we go, people. Watch this. Fat kid on a small bike.
Yep. Uphill.
Uphill. Let's see what it do. Sounds tough, huh, people? This thing rips, people. I'm gonna tear up the trail. What do you think, Chip?
Not too bad. Probably Didn't you say something about if I hit it, I bought it?
You don't have that kind of money.
So there you have it. Took it up and down the block real quick. It sounds really cool.
Sounds neat.
And
The kids are gonna love it.
Yeah, for 240 pounds, I mean, you know, it needs a little bit more get up.
Fat kid, small bike. But someone like me, it runs really good.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up taking this thing off road, and you guys go ahead and keep an eye out, and you'll see some ride videos. Maybe they'll be out before this assembly video.
You always do
never
things
know.
backwards.
I always do everything backwards. But anyways, overall, 1 out of 10, I'm going to give this thing, I don't know, what would you do, Luch?
Probably a 7 because it's a little small.
Yeah, if it was bigger, it'd be cool. It's kind of like the Rhino was.
A miniature rhino.
Yeah, it's a miniature rhino or a miniature bull, so to speak. But anyways,
You're full of bull.
anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll end up taking this out for a ride in a few minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. This is the Tao Motor new T-Force 125cc ATV.
That's right.
So-
In the Eddie Van Halen model.
Yep. So keep your eye out for the newer models that are coming out.
They're
from Tao.
really good product.
They're really, really good. We got some other stuff coming up too.
Watch and see.
So don't forget to come back to
Dorito.
and the Lucha Cabre.
Loose mob.
Peace.
You rock. You notice I moved over to this side.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the bell. Thanks for watching. Bye.